The universe of Doom is far older and more complex than what it seems. Under the Doom iceberg, so to say, in the 90% of its lore that is submerged, we find that the universe is shaped and manipulated by powerful ancient species that existed long before humanity or even hell as we know it. Some of these beings lived in realms beyond ordinary space and time, and their actions laid the foundation for the eternal conflict between creation and destruction. So here in this video we will explore the ancient beings and species of the Doom games and their storylines. Let's get to it. So we begin here with Davath. So he is basically the god before all gods in the Doom universe. He is the oldest and most powerful being to ever exist. Think of him as the one who created everything, the entire multiverse across all realities, all worlds, everything. Long before time began, he came out of the void, the empty nothingness, and made all of creation just by his will. At first, Davath wasn't evil. He genuinely wanted to help his creations. He dreamed of giving them eternal life and making a perfect world. But over time, that desire twisted. He became obsessed with controlling and perfecting everything. And that obsession drove him insane. His own creations eventually turned against him. They sealed him away and installed a new godlike ruler in his place, the Father, who people believed to be the supreme being but was actually created by Davath himself. While trapped, Davath's anger grew. He became the Dark Lord, the ruler of hell, and in his fury he created the demons and set them loose on the multiverse, destroying worlds and civilizations to get revenge on what was taken from him. Now, the first of the species created by Davath on a world called Ordak are known simply as the Makers. So imagine a super intelligent alien race that looks like floating angelic robots with fancy gold armors and glowing lights. Once that thing, they're superior to all other life, to a point where they want everyone to call them gods and they call everyone else mortals. They claim that they were created by the divine being called the Father, a kind of cosmic god. But here's the twist: the Father is actually just a powerful maker who rewrote history and locked away the real god, Davath, their true creator. Visually, the Makers resemble humanoid beings with two arms, each ending in 5 or 3 digits. The lowest section of the Makers, however, is split into several tendrils or tentacles. The Makers go around the universe pretending to be divine and offer salvation to civilizations. In return, they must serve them like worshippers serving false gods. Their technology is way beyond what even humans or even most alien races can understand. Then from them comes the Seraraphim. These are like elite offshoots or secret orders of the Makers. Think of them as the version of angels or high priests, but they don't follow the Maker leaders like the Supreme Maker. Instead, they serve the Father directly and they are free-thinking. They have a similar alien angel look, but always wear red cloaks and fancy armor with glowing masks. You never see their true form, and their faces have a single glowing eye and human-like features, which makes them or gives them a mysterious and noble appearance. They're brilliant and powerful. They can build machines that tap into the raw power of the universe. They're also known to be proud, serious, and sometimes secretive. One Seraphim named Samur plays a big role in helping the Doom Slayer. Then we come to demons, or the natural hellborn hellspawn. In the Doom universe, these aren't just mindless monsters, they're ancient intelligent beings from a realm called Jekat, which is now known as Hell. They were likely created by Davath, the original god, who was locked there. He is the first creator of the universe, and then designed or made these demons or archdemons firstly to serve him as his army, as he plans to take vengeance on his creations that betrayed and imprisoned him. While many assume demons are nothing more than brutal creatures driven by rage, the truth is far more complex. Demons have access to incredibly advanced technology and often more sophisticated than anything humans have developed. They blend in high-tech engineering with dark sorcery, creating a terrifying blend of machine and magic. From imps to cacodemons to hell barons and even titans, these hellspawns have a wide range of bodily designs and power, making them the most diverse group. Now heading over to another lineage, at least not directly tied to the Makers and Hell. Long before humans or demons ever came into the picture, there were these powerful ancient beings called the elemental wraiths, who were also known as the firstborns. These creatures looked something like out of a nightmare, part bat, part crab, with huge wings stretched between 6 spindly legs and long tentacles hanging below. They have also a strange human-like face, but with big mouths and twisted ram-like horns on the top of their heads. Despite their scary appearance, they were seen as gods by the people of the planet called Argenta, a distant and very important world in the Doom universe. According to legends, a massive object called the Cosmic or World Spear crashed into the planet called Argenta long ago, breaking open the planet and releasing the Wraiths from deep within from their stasis. When they awoke, they released something called the Wraith Call, a wave of life-giving energy that seeded the world, which was barren at that point, with living things. It is revealed in Doom Dark Ages that the Wraiths are beings from a place called the Cosmic Realm, and in that place, their powers are at their highest peak, which makes them extremely deadly and can even hurt the Doom Slayer. So the first creatures which were born from this Wraith Call were called the Ancestrals, who were these massive, towering beings that roamed Argenta in ancient times. These giants were incredibly strong and aggressive, even towards each other, but they weren't as powerful as the titans that came afterwards, the ones in hell. Despite their size, the early warriors of Argenta were eventually able to kill them using primitive weapons, and nothing much is known about the Ancestrals except that they were wild and didn't seem to have the intelligence or civilization of later species. So eventually a new race emerged from the Wraith Call, and these were called the Argenta. These were the first truly intelligent and civilized people on the planet called Argenta. The Argenta are very similar to humans in appearance, though they tend to have sharper facial features and slightly angled eyes. Their skin tones range widely just like humans, and their blood is red, which suggests they might have had a similar evolutionary makeup, or a convergent evolution. The Argenta were strong, proud, and deeply spiritual. They worshipped the elemental wraiths and formed an elite warrior class known as the Night Sentinels to protect them. In return, the wraiths gave the Sentinels access to a powerful energy called the Sentinel or Argent energy. And though the Argenta are mortal and they do age, using this energy allowed them, or many of them, to live for centuries even longer, or maybe even indefinitely. And over time, the Argenta built a glorious civilization of war and art, becoming one of the most important cultures in the Doom mythos, and one of the arch rivals of Hell. Now in Doom the Dark Ages, we are introduced to even more ancient Eldrich lifeforms, which seem to have been taken right out of Lovecraft's works. These beings were introduced as godlike entities of the cosmic realm, and they were gigantic in size, around the size of titans or maybe even bigger. They have gigantic bodies that look like that of Cthulhu, with 4 wings, clawed hands, multi-eyed, and writhing tentacles over their mouths. These beings are incredibly ancient, said to be as old as time itself, and they possess overwhelming magical and psychic powers. Their exact connection to other cosmic beings like the elemental wraiths is unknown for now, but it is highly hinted that they come from the same place, and they might play a larger role in the grand design of the universe, a mystery likely to unfold in the future expansions of the Doom story. Like Hell, their home turf, the cosmic realm, is a place of darkness and destruction, but on a level even beyond demonic understanding, suggesting that the Old Ones may be part of an even deeper layer of the Doom mythos. And if you think about it, if these Cthulhu-like beings, these Old Ones, are the gods of the cosmic realm, and wraiths are creatures from there, this might mean that they might actually be the ones that created the wraiths. And if the wraiths created the Argenta, this means that the Argenta people are actually descendants of the cosmic realm. Kind of funny, right? So going back to real space, and here we land on the first planet that was featured in the very first Doom game. This is Mars. Long before humans ever walked the Earth, around hundreds of thousands or maybe even millions of years ago, Mars was home to a powerful and intelligent civilization known today as simply the Ancient Martians. These beings were humanoid and bipedal, looking quite similar to modern humans in shape and size, and also something like the Grey Aliens. They built a highly organized society with different castes, such as warriors and laborers, and they had access to incredibly advanced technology that was so advanced that, in fact, even by the year 2145, human scientists could only describe it as mystic. Some clues suggest that they might have called themselves the Preleanthor, whatever that name means, a name found in the connection with a mysterious and powerful artifact called the Soul Cube. According to the final stone records there, which was left behind, it seems that the survivors used their teleportation technology to escape Mars, heading towards unknown worlds. and some scientists like Dr. Richard Davath have theorized that these survivors may have come to Earth, or at least some of them, where they could have become the ancestors of modern humans, connecting our own origins to a lost Martian legacy. And as a bonus, we also have the original Earthlings, but they are far from being related to humans. These beings were called the Agadons. They were a powerful beast-like species that lived on Earth way longer than even before the dinosaurs ever walked the Earth. They were fierce hunters native to the planet's ancient polar tundras. Strangely, their fossils have only been ever seen in the Earth's frozen regions, which suggests that they never spread much beyond that icy environment. So eventually the Agadons went extinct, and their massive remains were buried deep beneath the ice, preserved for millions of years or eons. Then the Hell Priests discovered these remains, and using forbidden necromantic and bioengineering experiments, they resurrected them and rebuilt them, these Agadons, into terrifying war machines of hell known as the Doom Hunters. And with that, we end this video of the ancient species of the Doom universe. Now if you like this one, then watch this other one in the end screen, and do check out our channel for we might have things you haven't seen before. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, fam.